Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la, la 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 la. So yes, this is our Boughs of Holly mold, and it is brand new, and it is Christmassy delicious. And we are going to demonstrate, and you are going to see it in action right now. So let's do it.
We are just going to be powering through these castings. However, if you want some really good juicy details on how to work with our molds, check out our IOD Moulds basics video on this YouTube channel, and we will go through all the details. But Josie's just going to be powering through. A couple things I love about Boughs of Holly. I love these beautiful Christmas tree branches. And the fact that you can use them to create all different forms. You can make wreaths, you can make Christmas trees, you can make, well, boughs, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be really versatile for all of your Christmas and winter projects. So that's one reason. Also, we just think of all these little details, which I'm not trying to brag, but we are makers too, so we get you, and we think of the things that you're gonna love. Yes. These are symmetrical. So these castings, these designs, several of them are symmetrical,
These
so
ones?
you can create and put them back to back.
Yes.
So that really opens up a lot of opportunities for special projects, and we thought of you guys when doing that. So Josie's just working through it, and she's casting, and we are going to be creating a beautiful winter wall piece.
So the thing that's awesome about, like Sally said, about these is that you are going to be building,
Just layer them
just
up.
layering them up, moving them around different directions. But in this case, we're going to work in a way that that beginning of that piece, so right at the joint where your greens come off, that's going to be covered by the next one. So like that, okay? And you're going to get them all laid out. Let's go ahead.
And if you wanted to, we don't need to for this project, but if you wanted to have more shapes, you could also get in there with your clay tools and cut out different shapes from within this large piece too.
Sally mentioned the symmetrical ones. There's this one, and then all these trees that are symmetrical, which means, like she said, you can put them back to back. You can mirror image them, all the things.
It has a beautiful poinsettia that you can do. Picture it in white, all sparkly, or traditional red.
Totals. You know what? My grandma used to get the ones that are a white poinsettia, and they have just a tinge of green in them.
With the pale green. She
Those
was my grandma
favorite.
too. And she did, you're right. Those are my favorite too. I like the white ones.
Yeah, totes. Now, we've showed you lots of different ways. And like Sal said, you can reference the 101 type videos.
Yes, the IOD Moulds video is super thorough about how to use our mold and our air dry clay, which is the best air dry clay on the market. So be sure to watch that.
It is. It's an artist grade. It's not a crafting grade.
Correct.
And there's a big difference. The difference would be, since I said it, people are going to be wondering.
Yes, what is the difference?
It's in the detail retention. Because of the ingredients, you're going to get a higher level of detail, and you're going to retain those details.
That is important when you're molding.
Right. The more spongy or more crafty level air dry clays, they tend to just by their very nature, they tend to lose that detail a little more. So, and they're great. They have their uses, but this is just better.
It's great. It's fabulous. Ours is just better.
Fine. Okay, sweet. Let's go ahead and remember, always keep that covered.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and gently remove these. Oops, that one just fell out by itself. Oh, here we go. Use gravity for you so you're not doing any tugging, so you don't lose that detail and dimension when you're demolding it. Okay, so.
And Josie's going to use a little bit of our favorite glue, which is the Tight Bond Quick and Thick.
Right.
To glue this on.
See, and you're going to just kind of get in there, and then you can add these, and you know, you're going to kind of just go, oops, let's work this way instead. Working in one direction allows you to cover that beginning up, so that's what. So, yes, let's start the process of gluing
you can
down.
Just glue one and then
glue
we'll
one
move
down.
on.
Okay. If you want to create a pencil guide, you can. It's not necessary, but just.
She means when you're putting your castings down, if you want to mark where they are when you lift them and go to put them back down.
Yes. Now another thing to keep in mind is this is going to be because you're layering these up. You're going to want to let it sit and dry overnight, and even then, it's not going to be cured and solid dry because when you're layering them up thick, it just takes longer. It's probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days before when you've got a thick one. Before it's totally dry. But that's fine because you can do all the things on it in the meantime. Okay. And then you're going to get those, you want to make sure it's all seated down. You don't want to crush the dimension, but you want to get your edges all nice and down.
And as it's drying,
and supported.
It will tend to lift. So
Shrink.
You want to press it back down as it dries.
Right. And then you're just going to go in and you're going to repeat that. Gluing each piece down over the next. Exactly, and doing.
All right, with the magic of video, we actually have a finished and dry board, so you can see where it was going when it's finished. Okay, so here are all the castings already laid down, already glued, already dry. And we are going to put a layer of paint on it. And this is just a basic white mineral or chalk type paint. We're just getting in there juicy.
Because we've had this, this has been 24 hours. And again, underneath those layers, the ones that are in there, those aren't completely dry. But it's okay because you've got good structural dryness on your outside, so it can stand up to some good, firm brush work. If that wasn't the case, and you were painting before it had dried, then you need to be gentle and use a softer brush. So let's go ahead and just get this whole thing coated. You can use your brush to just noodle in all the little...
Noodle in.
Noodle it in.
That's the technical term for it, is noodle in.
Noodle it in. Are you mocking me?
Always.
All right.
Okay, so again, with the magic of video, we have one painted and dry. This was 2 coats of the same type of paint, and we are going to put a beautiful sage green wash on it to just tint it and settle in and pop those details. You can really have a range of how you pop the details in the color choice. This is going to be rather pale, so it's not going to be as contrasty. However, I was just inspired by this color, and I thought it would be a beautiful color for more of a non-traditional Christmas feel.
Let's do it. Let's go on liberal.
Oh, you're just splashing everywhere.
Yeah, I am.
So one of the things we like to note is that, again, Josie, this has had a long time to dry. So you would want to be careful if it was a fresh coat of paint or if it did not have a long time to dry, because you will reactivate that paint with the color wash.
You made a fabulous choice on this color. It's just going to be beautiful.
It is pretty, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Now, we are going to go back and remove some of it.
There we go.
Because it is definitely...
oh, that's so pretty.
Now is when you're going to bring out, by just really pulling it You're gonna bring out the texture in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're also going to, in fact, let me get some more of this.
It's one of the reasons we love mineral type or chalk type paints is you really get that yummy texture with your brush strokes that can really pop with a nice color wash.
Exactly.
We actually just used a chalk type paint with water. What was the ratio?
I believe it was about 1 part paint to 5 parts water. No, what was it?
1 to 3.
1
to
part
3.
paint to 3 parts water is what I meant to say. And now I've gotten most of it off, but I really want to even pull more off, so I'm going to wet this. And in general, when you're working with glazes, you tend to want to work with a wet cloth. Yeah. I'm just going to pat it and then dab it off.
Beautiful.
So pretty. And that's
love
essentially it. So we're going to let this dry. And then what do you think about adding just a little bit of gold?
I love that idea.
Okay, let's let this
do
dry.
it.
All right, guys. Now is the fun part. We're going to add a little bling. We call this stinky gold paint. But it's really called
Liquid leaf.
Liquid leaf. And many
Yes.
brands make it, and it is stinky. It's got fumes, so you want to be working in a well-ventilated situation.
But it is so pretty.
It is. We're using this little soft fan brush so that we can just kind of delicately kiss the tips of this greenery. And it's very satisfying to use and get some of that excess off because, again, we want to kiss. We don't want to drown
This gold is going to be so pretty with this color. Shut the front door. That is beautiful.
It's killing me. It's
my
so pretty.
Goodness.
And I must say, this color combo is just so elegant.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
Is it weird that I kind of like the smell of the paint?
I mean,
I also like the smell of gasoline. I'm just weird. But it's so pretty. Ooh, love it.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And this lets you kind of glide across the surface. So when you are getting it on your brush, you want to get the excess off. Kind of the way when you're dry brushing, you don't want excess.
But even that is okay.
Oops.
She got a little sprinkle of gold, but I like it. In fact, when you're
if
done,
it bothers you, you could paint over it. But
when
I
you're
think
done, can you do that flicker trick?
Oh
I
yeah.
think that'd be pretty with some gold flickers on it.
Let's see. Where's the? Let's try it like this.
This is what we like to call. Oh,
No, I need a little more.
yeah, put some more on there. A happy accident. It gives you ideas. Oh,
Oh yeah, that's
thank
pretty.
you very much.
Good idea.
That is beautiful.
I mean, we meant to do that.
Right. It was part of the plan the whole time.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
It
See,
adds that Christmas sparkle.
when you aren't being all perfectionisty, there's room for happy accidents and discoveries.
That's right.
So, yeah, totes.
I love that. And you could also add a word in here if you wanted to, like joy or
in gold.
yes, in gold. That would
Wouldn't
be really pretty.
lovely?
We should do that later.
Oh, totally.
We won't do it on camera, but we will do it later so that you guys can see the finished product.
I'm loving this. I want to keep this one.
Fine. You'll have to make me another one then. Those pine cones, you guys, these pine cones are my favorite. I love all the details.
Don't
And
lie.
I like
you
the,
love it too.
I like the long pine cones myself better than the short, squatty, fat ones. I just feel like they're a little more elegant.
And these little ones.
Yes.
That are like the
almost like little acorn shapes.
yeah.
Love that. The poinsettias are in there. Everything's just layered up in this just creating gorgeous depth.
This is really fun, guys.
I feel like I want to do it too.
I'm sure you do.
You're such a pill.
I know. I'll let you do it too.
Okay, you guys, that is it for today. We hope you love this mold as much as we do. We are really excited about seeing what you guys do with it. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and there are links to more things like tutorials and your store locator to find this bad boy. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.